We've been waiting for this, haven't we? Oh, 75 degrees in Green Bay.
Whoa, that's amazing. Christina, high in the 60s. It's nice there too.
A
Chris,
little chillier up north, I see.
okay, Christina lives up like North Michigan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Veronica says they still have snowbanks.
Oh my gosh, that's a riot. I love that, Veronica.
Hey, well, let's get started. It's around 8:03, and this is our collaboration team call together, and we're going to be discussing session 2. Hopefully, each of you had the chance to review session 2 via video, and tonight's going to be a fun night. We have some recognition, and we have a lot of fun things to talk about. Anna, hey Anna, welcome. So let's go over.
Oh, we're gonna get. I'm sorry. I'm not normally the person who advances the slides, so I'm gonna tell everyone um I'm not on my job.
That's okay. Don't worry. Hi, Ophelia. Welcome. Glad to have you.
Okay, we're gonna start with a little bit of a inspirational message. So let's see how I do with this. This is really cool. Pretty amazing, right? Let's see if I can get out of it. Okay.
I just love that video. It's very
Hold
inspirational.
on. No one will ask me to do this again, pretty sure.
That looks like a fun video.
There we go. Okay.
So that video is super inspiring, wasn't it? And you know, our dreams really can come true as long as you never give up. And I commend everyone that is in the boot camp and working to build your business and to make your dreams come true. And starting your plan and you're preparing, and we have some celebrations. to talk about tonight. So we have Monica Lomere, who has had a new recruit this past week. So congratulations, Monica. And she couldn't be on the call tonight. She was on our group Facebook page and said she's traveling, I think, from South Carolina. But congratulations, Monica. We would love to hear her story. Maybe on our next collaboration, she'll share on how she got her new recruit. And then we also have a lot of fundraising going on. And we have to give a shout out to Janet Sides. Oh my gosh, she has had an amazing event just this past weekend. So congratulations, Janet, on all your success with your event. And we also have Lorna Castle. Lorna, I have heard that you're working on fundraising and prospecting. And so congratulations to you to, building your business and never giving up. So, and we'll ask you guys to share with us in just a few minutes. But I also want to give a shout out to Anna Hale. She has had a chance encounter this week. So we would love to hear, how that went. And so congratulations to you for being out and sharing your Avon business and being the brand. And so kudos to you all. We just appreciate each of you. And we would love to hear any other successes. If Janet wants to speak up, or Lorna, or Anna, we would love to hear, how your week has been going. And now is the time. Would anybody like to speak up?
And please feel free to come right off mute, because I think we kind of have a small group today. So in a way, it'll be great to be able to come off mute and just share a little bit about your successes.
Okay, we have a message here. Let's see. Veronica, she says her new rep, Sarah Townsend, had a very successful business launch Facebook party. Awesome. Over $250 for her campaign 10 order. Woohoo! That's amazing. Congratulations to Sarah. So was that her first order, Veronica? For her launch?
Her second order, that's even in a way, that's even better, right? Because we want to continue to build on those orders. So her second order, that's amazing.
Absolutely. So she would qualify for the Kickstart, right? Because on her second order, it has to be 150. Very good. So maybe Veronica, one of these, you'll have to share with us a little more about these Facebook parties that you're doing with your new representatives. That's pretty awesome. Sure, Janet, we would love for you to talk about the fashion show.
I'm not going to be on camera, huh?
No, you won't be. No, sorry, I was talking to my husband in the background. I'll talk about the fundraiser that the fashion show event we did. It was phenomenal. Amy was in a fashion show, and we did a short video because she was so excited about being in the fashion show that Michael Stinchek got a hold of it, and he asked us if Avon in New York could sponsor it. So they did, and they sent all the makeup and gifts for the fundraiser, which I know is highly unusual, but it was, I totaled it up, and it was a huge dollar amount. It was like almost close to $7,000 worth of makeup and products that he sent over. So the models got and then I had to put out a request for anybody to help. So we had a bunch of our Avon sisters step up to the plate and come and do the makeup. And we had a whole team of hair people too. So had it not been for, how well we all work together and how well we support each other, I could have never pulled this off. I could not have done 50 models makeup by myself, going for some of them were in like 7 or 8 different numbers. So it was pretty amazing how everybody came together and supported each other, and they all got their goodie bags to take home with all the makeup in it. And then the hairstylist got a bag to take home, and then all of the models got gifts. But you know, my daughter was just so excited to be walking down the runway. She didn't really care about anything else, but everybody looked beautiful as they were walking down the runway. Everybody did such a good job. I'm so impressed, and I'm still overwhelmed by it. I'm still trying to kind of come down from it.
Yeah, and if I could just, I was just gonna say, if I could just say something as well. I was able to go to the event, and I just feel like that is totally what Avon, it's the best of us. It's what Avon is all about. Everyone was working together. The models were amazing. Everyone did makeup, like what they were doing was just fabulous. It's just one of those super proud moments. And I also would say the school itself gave Avon such a major shout out, and just a feel good night for everyone. So it's an amazing event. And think of all the community awareness that you're bringing to your business as well.
Right, exactly. Yeah, when you do free events and you reach out to your community, they start to know you, they start to trust you, and then I think one of the things that helps is, I don't know if anybody was at Rep Fest last year, but Kendra Hall, using your stories, let me tell you, that is the way to go. Telling your stories is going to help you get your foot in the door of all these places where you otherwise might not have thought, you know, you could enter in. So it's, you know, it works. The stories work. So if you haven't yet utilized that part of the Rep Fest last year, I really encourage you to do so. That's one of the things that has helped me move forward.
Thank you so much, Janet. Again, just such an amazing night, and again, just a great way to build your awareness. So we so appreciate.
I know, and thank you for coming.
Oh yeah, it was a great night. I loved it. So yeah, all the reps were just amazing. So again, just a great night. So thanks so much for sharing.
Sure.
I think also we have Lorna Castle back on the phone. Would Lorna want to share?
Yeah. Yes, I would.
About your new fundraiser?
Well, I have a new fundraiser in the works. I was walking into Sam's Club, and I'm dressing every day like a beauty boss everywhere I go.
Yay.
And a lady noticed me across the parking lot. We started talking. She works with juveniles in Charlotte, and they never have enough money. And I talked to her in the morning. We're going to set up a time to where we can put a fundraiser together with Bug Off. And I'm excited about it because now that I am aware and dressing up like a beauty boss every day, it seems like I don't have the trouble talking to people like I used to. And I would like to give one thing, that I've met 2 women at the bank while we're standing in line waiting, and I don't worry about being bored anymore. I hope the line's going to be long, because the one lady's a brand new customer, and so I've got 6 new customers this month. One of them was fixing the house, the maintenance, and I asked him if the mosquitoes were out here, and I made him a brand new customer. So I'm catching people either at the bank or people coming by to fix the house, or just standing over at Costco's waiting for the line to move.
Oh my gosh, Lorna, you are really out there doing chance encounters. So I love to hear you say that you're dressing the part, and it just gives you more confidence.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. In session 3, which we did the recording today, it talks about being the brand and really once you start wearing the product and feeling good about yourself, it gives you a sense of confidence. And I just love to hear that happening and working in your business right now. I have a question for you, Lorna. When you're out and about and you've gotten new customers, congratulations. How are you, like when you were at the bank, how are you striking up the conversation?
Well, I'm standing there and I, like the one lady, we were just talking back and forth and I told her, wow, I'm really excited. I started a new Avon business and now I come to the bank quite often, dropping off money. And just kind of listening. I've learned to listen a lot. Even though I talk a lot, I'm learning to listen more. And yesterday when we were going over, my husband wanted to stop and see somewhere to take our great-grandson for his birthday. And I looked down at brand new shoes I just bought. I never do that. And a lady across the parking lot said, your shoes are beautiful. And I ran over and started talking to her and told her, well, I've started a new business. I have a beauty fashion show business. And pretty soon we were talking about Avon. And she said, I'm really concerned that they might lay me off. And I used to sell Avon. As we talked back and forth, I'm going to talk to her in the morning about setting her up to join up. And that's how I've been getting other people to talk to me about coming alongside and actually joining us and having their own beauty business.
That's
Wow.
amazing. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kate. I'm sitting here thinking that is so amazing.
That is just awesome. And what great ideas that we can share with everybody on the call. I mean, just by wearing those shoes, she noticed and you ran over. I love that. You ran over to talk to her, which shows your excitement, right, about your business. So
yeah. Well, I figure if you talk to me and you're within arm's length, you're mine. At least if I can get your attention just for a minute, then either I've made a new friend, I've got a new client, or possibly someone that's going to join our team. And so no matter what, now the other day I've got to admit, I was too excited. I was so excited. I told this poor young girl the entire vision that Avon has, that I have, that the neighbor down the street has. And of course, she wanted to get away from me as quick as she could. So I have to try to remember not to sound like Minnie Mouse when I'm talking to people about Avon.
what a good self-discovery on your part, that you realized that you just talked a little too much because you were a little too excited.
Yeah.
And you sounds like you were able to read her body language and just say, oh, okay, I overdid it a little bit. And what a good learning lesson. I think you nailed it. Listening is that piece, right?
Well,
Not being one that's too interesting and let them be the interesting person.
right. And the neat thing is I can redeem myself because she's at a beauty college. And I'm going to go get a manicure and a pedicure. I'm going to have her put color in my hair from now on. And I'm going to completely ignore the last conversation because she called me and said, I'm trying to get my license and my instructor doesn't think Avon is a good thing for me right now. And I thought, well, that's okay because they don't even know what they're saying no to. And so I'm just going to go in every time I need my hair done, not cut, but every time I need color or a manicure and get to know the entire school over the next several months. And I know people are going to join my business.
Well, thank you so much, Lorna, for sharing, and love your positive attitude and your optimism. And you go, girl. You keep doing it.
Thank you so much. Without you guys, it would be impossible. We just got through watching how to do your first order, and then being on your webinars is making the difference. If I didn't have my uplines, if I didn't have Karen Poplin, if I did not have Katrina Wisner, I wouldn't know what I'd do. I really wouldn't know what to do. So I appreciate and love all you guys.
Well, thank you so much. It is a true partnership when you're working your Avon business. So thank you. And I would love to talk about Anna. It sounded like you took a step out and had a chance encounter. I wondered if you'd be willing to share how your chance encounter went. Is Anna on the call? I need to look.
I think she was. I think she's there. She might not be able to. She says I am. She
Oh,
might
there
not
you
be
are.
able to come off mute.
How did it go, Anna? We're very proud of you.
Well, thanks. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to remember. I've had a few encounters this week. I just had such a busy week, but I was just in my backyard talking to my next door neighbor this evening because she had mentioned she lost her job. This was a couple months ago, and I asked her if she'd be interested, if she might be interested in becoming an Avon rep. And at the time, she said maybe. And then I was speaking to her today, and I gave her a catalog and a brochure, and she and asked her if she had thought any more about it, and then she was like, no, I think I just like it like doing nothing. But then she was also asking about, I asked because she's still unemployed, but she was asking about how many people I have under me, and I was telling her about the Kickstart program, and explaining about the 40% and how, and she asked what I made, how many reps I had, and I said, well, I have the one. And I was just telling her, in the Kickstart, you can make $50 just by mentoring one rep, and, that increases. So I was telling her a little bit about that. She didn't commit to anything, but she was kind of getting off of the, no, I don't want to do anything right now. So I let her think about that for a while.
Yeah. Sounds like you gave her some good info.
Yeah, I tried.
And you found her need, Sounds like she doesn't want to work right now, but hey,
Yeah.
who does? That's
But
pretty
it's not
funny.
working. That's it. I mean, it's working, but it's not because it's fun. And she goes to the gym. I'm going to tell her too because I know she goes to the gym. You don't think about all the people that you run into every day, that you can talk to.
Sure, that you can share
Yep.
the love of the business, right?
Yes, exactly.
Well, good for you for, sharing it to everyone around you, because that's really the key, is just being excited, being the brand, and being out there sharing it with all the people around you wherever you are. So it's exciting for us to hear the positive stories. And so we thank you all. Is there anyone else who also has had a success this week or even last week that you'd like to share? Anyone else have a success, a chance encounter? Maybe you got a new lead.
Hello, this is Kathy.
Hey, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Terry. I just wanted to say, I just had like about an hour ago, one of my Facebook friends messaged me. She's talked to me a couple times, but nothing, regularly. And but she knows, I'm with Avon and so on. And she just messaged me like an hour ago that she has a friend who is interested in becoming an Avon representative. Could I give you her number to reach out to her? I told her you are the best.
You bet. Oh, that's amazing.
So my point is there, just make sure, even if people don't necessarily want to be your customer or, they aren't regular, customers, or say no to the opportunity, but they can, let them make sure they know, everybody knows that you are the person that they should refer other people to.
Great point. Absolutely.
So after this meeting, I'm gonna call her friend, and I just texted her a bit ago to see if 9 o'clock was too late, and she's like, no, not at all.
Great. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing, Kathy. We learn from each other, so when anybody shares, it's so good for all of us because it reminds us of something that we want to try to do. It reminds us of something that maybe we used to do and want to get back to doing. So thank you, Kathy. That is awesome. So we've been talking about the 5x5, and that's really in best practice for growing your business. So on your Plan Like a Boss worksheet, I'm sure many of you are working on that, and you've already filled out the belief portion, which is the top. and you've been working on the outreach and trying to talk to 5 people a day, 5 days a week. So how is your worksheets going? Are you guys doing okay on that?
Is anyone on target? We're trying to, love to understand and get a feel for how is that, have you had a day where you've reached out to 5 people?
You guys can be real with us. I mean, it sounds like, Lorna, maybe that day you were at the bank, maybe you had a couple people that you reached out to, because this is a really good way to help you keep track of who you're talking to by writing it down as soon as you get home and having it on paper. So we just want to kind of get be in the real of what's going on, if it's working for you. Are you struggling with it? Do you feel like maybe you're talking to 2 a day, or maybe you're talking to 10 and one day and not, any on the next day?
May I suggest that the reason I'm having such success, if you will, talking to total strangers, is because I bought the Daily Care collection, bagged it, and pretend that I'm delivering it to somebody. And when I go into McDonald's, go to the bank, or go anywhere, I happen to put it up there as I'm filling out my deposits. Or we walked into the ice cream parlor that just opened over at Lake Park, and I sold one to the owner, and I have to tell him, well, no, I can't sell you this because this is for a customer. I'm the customer. But I've sold 3 of them that way by just having it in my hand and walking around with it. And so I didn't even think about the fact that I probably could have sold 10 of those and made my life easier trying to get to 150 on the second campaign. But it's really working, and Christina is a fountain of information, and so is Karen. And with me, I don't know, I've been in the beauty industry with beauty salons my whole life, and so I always talk to everybody. And I sometimes I'm afraid I got to be careful where I carry the bag in case they think I'm stalking the place and maybe talking to everybody with it, but it's working.
I love it. Oh my gosh. I love it how you're kind of, pretending like, oh, I have a delivery.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets the conversation started, right?
Yeah.
And say, oh, I'm just working today. I have my delivery here. And they'll say, oh, really? What do you do? People are curious, aren't they? They want to know, like, oh, what is she delivering? But fabulous. I love it. So really, your 5x5 is something to try to get in the habit of. And Terry and I were talking before our call, and we thought we would share some ideas that maybe you guys are already doing, or maybe it's something new that you would want to give a try. So I think last week we talked about, there's national days. There's like National Lipstick Day. It was like National Pig in a Blanket Day the other day. Sometimes it's National Smile Day. And I'll be honest, you can make whatever day up you want because people really don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You could kind of base it on whatever product sample you have. If you are going out and about, and maybe you pick a certain business that you want to focus on that day, you could put together, 10 to 15 sample packs. Let's see, Janet, I have done sample packs that are regarding that special day. For me, I used to love Lipstick Day because we have our awesome little bullets, and you could make a little baggie from the dollar store. You can get like 25 cute decorated baggies, put a lipstick bullet in there, put your business card. You could even throw in a little liquid gel perfume sample in there. And just go from business to business and say, hey, I'm just out handing out Avon for National Lipstick Day. Would you like a lipstick? And it just really gets the excitement going, and people are like, oh, really? It's National Lipstick Day? And they love the lipstick. So we've started tossing around ideas. Terry, what ideas were you coming up with
Well, and I've already crossed off my makeup a day, right? Because I do think we can make up any day we want. So I think great observation there, Kate. I just think getting people out, out and about when you're with them every day and doing just what you're all sharing. I love all the sharing tonight. It's just amazing. But some of the things I wrote down is because, of course, the weather has broke, right? And it's so nice out now. Just going business to business. Think about those days where maybe you do have sample packs, all put together and you're handing out and you just want to let people know. And while you're giving them the sample and making them smile, that's my little quotey fingers, you can also, even business to business, ask, do you have any, have you seen an Avon brochure lately? Do you have anyone that's servicing the office here? As you're going business to business, it's a great way to get new customers or perhaps even new team members. Golf courses, obviously, they've had a long winter and they're ready for getting those golfers out and about. And, maybe with Bug Guard, there's an opportunity there. I know several successful representatives that have partnered with golf courses. So just another thing. A little pop-up display. And of course, that I saw this, some people were doing on Facebook with just a tiny little display that you pop up inside a coffee shop or, local, something like that. Just kind of bringing awareness. Fast food places with play areas, great place to talk to people. What about the parks? Now kids will be out, moms and dads with their kids at the park and they're playing, and a great place to meet people. So it's a rainy day. How about going to the mall, and especially malls with, kids play areas? What a great place to do. Going there as well. You can talk to tons of people. And then I had a thought, Toys R Us and Babies R Us, they're going out of business. So think about the workers that you could go talk to about making some great money with Avon. Who knows? That's just another thought. What about if you're affiliated with churches, they're always looking for fundraising opportunities. I have worked with a couple people in the past that have done some very successful fundraisers. One was a $5,000 fundraiser. They were looking to get new Bibles, and it was just amazing. So another place to try that. And then also just any of your community centers, activity centers, anything like that, just trying to see who you could partner with. So that's my little list. What else?
Really quick, I only have 2 ideas. Well, I think I have more, but 2 that I enjoyed and still enjoy. We have went to golf courses, and I know you mentioned that, bringing both full-size bottles of our Bug Guard, the green and the silver, right? And then also the little towelettes. And a local golf course right here in town, it's small, family owned, a local Lansing Avon representative sells Bug Guard to them every season. So we have went around and went to these little golf courses and just walk in and say, hey, how are you? We're the local Avon representatives, and we just wanted to let you know that we have a really great offer here with fantastic products, deep free, and we kind of talk to them, have a flyer ready, show them the bottles. And if you go in early enough, they may not have ordered a lot of Bug Guard yet because it's early in the season, and they might order it from you. So I know the one down the road for me has, and they have at least 12 to 20 on their shelf. And then another one in Lansing also ordered from a local representative here. And it just feels so good going in there, having a product that we stand behind that just works awesome. And these local kind of mom and pop places are like, yeah, you're giving me a better deal than, the corporate people that I'm trying to buy deep from. Right? So that was something really fun that we did. And then another thing we did with Bug Guard is we would make up a basket with bug guard and sunscreen. And on a nice sunny day, if you're going out to the park, there's moms there. And I know you mentioned it, Terry, going to the park, and we passed out sunscreen. And I'm telling you, the moms were like loading their kids up with it.
Mhm.
So it gave us the opportunity, because a lot of times when you're going to the park, you're not thinking about sunscreen. You're thinking, oh, we'll just go down there for a half an hour. But, you know, the sun gets hot and they don't realize it. And they're like, oh, cool, you're going to share that with me? I'm telling you, at this one park in Williamston, we made just a killing on sharing the sunscreen. And the representative I was with, she got a brand new recruit. She passed out about 9 to 10 brochures. And we also had Bug Guard with us, so they could try that. So, I mean, just being creative and having fun with it and making it part of your day. She was able to bring her children with us that day. So they were playing and we were talking. So those are my 2 fun ideas when it comes to our summer products, which is just around the corner.
It is, Kate. That's expanding on my little list. I so appreciate that, and I know everybody does, because those are such great things to be able to have with us. Janet has something to share. So Janet, come off mute and share with us.
Hello again. Well, I have 2 things actually. I'll piggyback on the Bug Guard, then I'll talk about my rolling beauty cart. But what I do for Bug Guard in the summer, what I've done the last just 2 years, because I'm only 2 years in, but I take this little teeny tiny fold up table, kind of like, you know, what do you call those, TV dinner tables, but it's just a flat black one. And I throw my pink, you know, cloth over it that says Avon. And I put Bug Guard up and I go to a ballpark and just sit there while everybody's, you know, in the hot sun and then smacking away the flies and everything. That's how I sold a ton of Skin So Soft last year. It was so much fun. I don't even know who these people are, but it was fun to go to the ballpark, Amy and I, just sit there and watch, you know, whoever's playing, you know, a day out for her and I. And plus we were selling our Skin So Soft Bug Guard and sunblock, and people were eating it up. So that was just a real simple way to get some, you know, quick sales in and give out some books. And then of course you get repeat customers, you know, that way too. The second thing is my rolling beauty cart. I have got this really cool rolling beauty cart that my husband bought me when I first began Avon. And I have all kinds of makeup and other things in it. And what on my days off, Amy and I, if she's home or I go myself, I take the rolling beauty cart out in the community. But first, I do a Facebook Live with it, showing everybody that I'm going to be out and about in the community. I always have giveaways and bags and special offers. And I tell them to, you know, put under the live feed if they would like me to stop by their place of employment, and please share the video so they know I'm out in the community. And I tell them what city I'm going to be in that day. And then I had a suggestion from somebody, they'll tell me, come to my city next time. And so that's kind of what I've been doing. I'm city hopping now with my rolling beauty cart, and it's kind of catching on to everybody. And they're looking forward to me coming now, which is really kind of cool. Sometimes I just get 1 or 2 sales, but there's been a couple of times where I've had to really restock my beauty cart because stuff just kind of flies out of it. And when you get it at a really good rock bottom price, you can offer it to your customers at, I always say, don't go lower than what's in the brochure. Whatever sale price that they're offering in the brochure, that's what you should sell your items for, because you don't want to sell them dirt cheap because our products are good. So you still want to hold the integrity of the price and the products, but you can still give them a really good deal, which who doesn't like a good deal, and especially if they're getting a free bonus with it. So that's what I do, and the rolling beauty cart has just taken off like, you know, fire. around here, around my area. So they all look forward to it. So you might want to try it.
That's awesome, Janet.
I think that is so cool. Where did your husband get your rolling beauty cart?
Amazon. And the type that I have, they don't even sell anymore. So Lisa Moneson is the one that actually originated the idea of the rolling beauty cart. And that's where I got it from when I first came onto Avon. And I thought, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. And she was the one that did the original video on her rolling beauty cart, if anybody wants to look her up. And then I think from what I know, I'm one of the few other people that actually really go out and do it. And it is really a good success. It's kind of like doing door-to-door without doing door-to-door. And when you do the Facebook Live, that really, because everybody, will share that for you. They'll get excited for you and they see your excitement, and it's contagious. When you're excited about it and you're doing a live feed, it's just really contagious.
That's so awesome. I love, okay, rolling carts, everybody.
Oh, I know I want one.
I'm going out with my beauty cart again this week. Hopefully it won't be raining, but because I don't take it out usually in the rain. But if it's really nice out, I'll do a live feed and you guys can see how I do it, and you'll see my rolling beauty cart because I kind of show it and show what I'm offering, that day, what kind of deal or whatever. And maybe that'll give other people some tips. And I'll probably do it either on Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure which day.
Okay, we're gonna watch for you because I would love to see this. That's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks so much for sharing. And then I don't know if Anna is with us and can come out mute, but I saw that she's working, trying to work with her church for Sunday school to do a fundraiser. I noticed she put that in the chat.
Yeah, I reached out to one person there and to set up a date to talk to her about the fundraiser, but I haven't got a good reply from her, so I'm going to reach out to someone else there because it kind of got dropped, but I'm going to try again and not give up.
That is the spirit. Absolutely. That's what we need to, because she may not have been the right person to talk to. And again, that can be such a great way to get money for a fundraising place, especially like church, and the money comes to them right away. So they get that right away, which is awesome. So thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
Wow, this has been so awesome. Any other ideas that anyone has before we move on?
Kate, this is not an idea, but I would like to know if I go to a golf course and we're direct sales,
Mhm.
and they pay for it, how are they able to sell it in a retail place at any kind of a profit so that they'll want to stock it in there?
Well, you know what? When we sold that, it was a few years back, and we had special pricing on BugGuard, and in our What's New, they would allow us to sell it in cases.
Wow.
And I'm not sure, has anybody heard, anything about the BugGuard coming out? But there would still be a way, because if you buy enough of it, Lorna, you get a great discount based on how large your order is.
Okay.
And so then they would sell it at cost, their cost, full price. And you would be able to, sell it to them. Maybe, I think what we did in the past was gave them a slight discount on it. Not a big one. We still made a profit because when you buy so much product or your order's large enough, you can make upwards 40 to 50%, right?
Oh, that's great. I don't know because I've only been with you guys a month. So,
Yeah. So actually for you, Lorna, right now you're in that 40% time frame in the Kickstart program.
right.
So you could potentially, get 40% on the product and then sell it to them at cost or give them a slight discount. And you know what? Most golf courses, they up the price.
Oh, yeah. Now, can they do that since it says Avon without Avon being upset over them going over the fair trade price?
Well, that's probably a good question. That would be one that maybe I would have to reach out and get an answer from the corporation on. But so why don't you and I talk offline on that? But
Okay.
I don't really see it being a huge issue.
I love Janet's idea of the rolling cart, but if you could find out from Janet, how much does a person need to buy to put in to do something like that to start? I wouldn't know what she had, or it sounds exciting, but I wouldn't know how to put together an order and know that I should have like 3 of this or 6 of that. But it would be great if maybe we could find out how she did it and have some kind of a little startup order or something.
Sure, I'm sure Janet would be able to put together maybe a list that has worked for her, knowing what products sell the best for her in her area. A lot of the times we have our most popular products, and she's probably stocking it with those. So maybe she'd be able to compile a short list and put it on her Facebook page or something. We'll have to, yeah, she said, okay, I'll do my best putting together a list.
That's awesome. You know, this thing is so valuable. What you guys are doing is, it's amazing, because I've been in the industry in business my entire life. I'm 78. But this is so different and so exciting to be able to hear everything you guys are doing, and then have you guys be out here on Mondays to tell us about it. I hope that you keep running this over and over and over, because it's so valuable.
Well, with that being said, Lorna, we do have an extended program. It's called the Coach Approach program. And once you title to a bronze ambassador, you can be invited to that program, which is so much learning. It's such a cool opportunity. It's 13 weeks long. And so maybe that could be the next program that you join with us.
Well, I'm looking forward to all of them. It's been one of the most exciting and yet confusing trying to get all the information. I wish I could open my head up and just have you pour it in.
I like that. Mhm.
That's amazing. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, thank you everyone again. Oh my goodness, I just love all the sharing. I know everybody's getting tons of ideas, and that's what we want to do with this collaboration call. So think about last week. We're gonna move on just a little bit and change it's still on the same pathway, but change us up a little bit. Who did some text messages last week to get a response? Did anyone do some text messaging?
Or private messaging even, on Facebook.
Janet did 5.
Great.
That's awesome.
I did 1, and
She did what?
I text people on the messenger to California, and then my girlfriend from church bought 2 lipsticks. Now I know she did it because she loves me, because she had to pay $7 shipping to get 2 lipsticks that were on sale, which I know she loves me and she wanted to help my business. So I text her.
That's awesome. Janet said she texted 5 people and had 2 sales. So the texting is working. Ophelia, she said, I emailed people, but so far no response. So maybe thinking, Ophelia, a different way, perhaps. Maybe the texting, if you do have a smartphone, you could text it out to people. Perhaps even just calling them is a good way. The old-fashioned way is a great way to reach out to people as well. Anyone else? Okay, well, think about who else you're going to remember your list, your birthday cake list, and the memory jogger. We have the plan like a boss that we're working towards as well. And who are those next people? So, Janet says postcards work really well. Ophelia's going to try to send the text message, and postcards, and I call it snail mail, right? Regular old mail, mailing somebody something sometimes can work as well. You've been using, oh, Janet's been using the Aspira postcards. That's awesome. So then let's talk a little bit about your fortune is in the follow-up. Has anyone ever seen this kind of information before about the following up? Anyone? I love what this says. I'll just go ahead and read it. I know you guys can read the slide, but I think it's very impactful. 48% never follow up with a new prospect. So you run into somebody and like, hi, got your information. Now I have that information either in my phone, in my hot little hand, because I wrote it down, but 48, almost half of the people never follow up. So, wow, what a missed opportunity. 25% make a second contact, but then they stop. It's like, oh my gosh, just forget it. 12% only make 3 contacts and stop. Only 10% of people make more than 3 contacts, which think about that 10%, right? So now let's look at the other side. 2% of sales are made on the first contact. 2%, very small amount. 3%, another very small amount of sales are made on that second contact. 55%, that should say, of sales are made on the third contact, so we're getting there. 10% of sales are made on the fourth contact. So think about how many times it's going to you need to contact someone and follow up with them to be able to really make that connection, to get that solid person on your team, get a referral, as Kathy did, those are all part of that. And then look at what it says. 80% of sales are made on the 5th through 12th contact. 80% of your sales. Think about all your 5x5s. Think about your birthday cake. I hope you all filled it out. Think about that memory jogger. How many times will you follow up with someone to get that 80% of your sales? Think of what that's going to do to your business. Okay, someone's saying, and I'm not, Janet, I totally admit I stink at follow up. Wish I had more time, and I know you have a full-time job as well. I have about 10 hours a week to work my business, and that is, it's amazing, and thank you for sharing, because again, safe room here. I think we can all do a little bit better with that. I know, I hear you. Sometimes I go, oh my gosh, I need to do that today and didn't make it. So just everybody, just something for you to keep in mind. Okay, so here we are, ready, set, actions for growth. We know, are you all, we did ask this, I'm not sure if we asked it in this way, but just make sure that you're continuing to fill out your plan like a boss, and just the belief part. Now we're in the outreach part, and who you've reached out to. And you see those little boxes there, that is for the follow-up. What have you done to follow up with those people? Just more outreach, 5x5. Say it to yourself over and over. Make with intention. You wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to talk to 5 people today about Avon. Just 5 people. Do it with intention. Implement Avon Social. It's like that private messaging. Scott Kramer from our Multi-Brain and social media says private messaging is going to take over texting people. So, that is something that we can absolutely get better at. Oh, Janet, you're making me laugh tonight. I have no boxes checked. My bad. So I bet there's more people on the call, Janet, me included, that would have, maybe not very many boxes checked. So I so appreciate you sharing that. And then think about, we keep talking about this, participate or host. Just an Avon party. An Avon party can be anything. It can be getting a few friends together. It can be, on Facebook, and we're here to help, or your, leaders here to help as well. Just so many different things. It can be inviting people over for coffee. Maybe it's the neighbors. Doesn't have to be super all planned out. It can be very casual and just a very welcoming of just a casual atmosphere. Hey, why don't you guys come over for coffee and coffee cake? I haven't had coffee cake in a long time. That's really like aging me, right? Coffee cake.
Still a thing, Carrie. Don't worry, it's still a thing.
And then our plan for you, we want you to add one or more people to your team this week. Who's in? Ooh, Janet, I think I'm going to do a girls makeup overnighter. Love it. Anna's in. I love that. Let's all add at least one person to your team this week. I think we can do that. Okay, Kate, call us to action.
Call to action. This has been such a nice call to just hear from everybody and learn from everybody. And just thank you for all your sharing. So we're just going to reiterate, talk to 5 people, 5 days a week about the Avon opportunity. And keep that memory jogger close at hand and your birthday cake list to really utilize our follow-up to help enhance your business. And, really trying to make a goal to add one new person to your team every week. That's going to help you get to that bronze ambassador title and to put that extra $500 in your pocket, right? And then reach out to all your pending appointments. Some of you may have new team members right now that haven't yet placed their first order. So to help mentor them through the opening and their first order and beyond for their Avon business.
Oh, sorry.
And then lastly, call to action is make sure you're having a one-on-one call with your leader, and to help you to start learning to duplicate this and having one-on-one calls with your own new team members. That's such an important piece of this program, is making sure you have somebody to reach out to, share your successes with. Don't forget to use the Facebook page. We love to hear everything that's going on with your business, questions, whatever you need on that Facebook page. And then enjoy that next one-on-one call with your team leader or coach. And our next collaboration call is Monday, May 7th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or 7 p.m. for those of you like Veronica or whomever's over in the Wisconsin area. And what we're going to do tonight is we're going to send you session 3 of the program, and it's going to be in video form. So just make sure to take, I think it's around 15 minutes or less, and just watch that video, because it's going to help you fill out your Boss Life worksheet, and it's going to help you stay motivated to keep working through the next week. So then when we come back together next Monday on our collaboration call, we're going to have more to share, more successes. So with all of that being said, we are so appreciative and proud to have you on our boot camp calls. And we just wish you all the success this week. And please let us know if you need anything. Thank you, everybody. Have a fabulous evening.
Bye, everyone.
Good night.
See you next time.
What Facebook page?
We have a boot camp to Bronze Ambassador 2018